Can you tell the difference between the M3 Max and the M4 Max? Well, this is going to be a comparison video between the two. This is Chris Mizo here, and I'm going to show you everything that there is inside and out between the M3 Max and the M4 Max. Which one should you get? Or is it worth the upgrade? Now, just to show you between the two displays alone, I'm just going to show you this just to show that the displays are both on the same brightness setting. So we're going to go all the way bright here. Which one looks better? So there is quite a difference between when you compare nanotexture glass and between regular glass. Now I'm just going to be using my phone light just to show you the example between the two, because the way it disperses the light, you'll be able to tell which one is the nanotexture glass. That way, you know if you're looking at an M3 Max versus a M4 Max. We'll start here with the right one. See that ray, that light ray, that beam. Now let's do it to the left one here. And already you can see the difference. On the nanotexture glass, it scatters the light compared to having a concentrated glare as it does on the high gloss reflective screen of the M3 Max. Now it does cost an extra $150 if you do want this additional feature, which is great, especially if you do work outside. The nanotexture glass is really great at dispersing light, especially when it comes to direct glare. Now with the glossy display, of course, it cannot reflect as well compared to the nanotexture glass, but in my personal opinion, it does look better when it comes to picture and video. Here we're going to compare both displays. Now they both have the same exact resolution, but which display looks more superior? You can take a look at the M3 Max, as it looks a bit more clear compared to the nanotexture display. Sure, you pay a little bit more for less reflections, but the picture and video does look a bit more superior in my personal opinion when it comes to the glossy display. I know this will be a little bit hard to tell, but on the M3 Max, it's the same exact webcam as they use for the M1 Max. Now for the M4 Max, they use the brand new center stage 12 megapixel webcam. I know it's pretty hard to tell, but it is an improvement as it will keep you focused and centered in the meetings, as it will not put you out of place. Let's compare the specs between the two. Now this one might be a bit darker because, again, this is almost nearly a year of usage here compared to the newer one here. You could compare the weight and the size difference between the two. Both models, they have very decent hinges, and this one been closed plenty of times. It's been with me to my travels. I've never really had any issues with the screen pressing on the keyboard as I hear, but personally to me, I like to use a thing called Ghost Cloth. It's excellent. I've never had any issues or any problems with fingerprints or anything like that or scratching. Now, one thing I do have to say is that the ports are practically the same. That hasn't changed. The heat dissipation is pretty much the same for the most part. That also hasn't changed. You're not really gonna know the difference between the two models unless you go into the specs. Another difference between the two is that the fact that this has the Thunderbolt 5 on there, this still is on Thunderbolt 4 on the M3 Max. If you are looking for a little bit more speed, this can go up to 120 gigabits per second when it goes to Thunderbolt 5 speeds versus lowly 40 gigabits per second over Thunderbolt 4. Yes, that much of a jump from Thunderbolt 5. But is it really a make or break deal for you? Do you really need that much of a speed upgrade? These two look very similar and are practically nearly identical for us, except a couple features here. Mostly they both can do whatever task that you throw at it. Personally, to me, I feel like it's a waste of money to up the SSD. I'm not going to spend $300 or $400 just to go up to 2 terabytes or even more than that. I would prefer to spend all my money on RAM because it is unified memory and that cannot be easily replaced. Now, gaming wise, it does perform better on the M4 Max, as you've seen in the benchmarks, and that is true. You can definitely see quite the difference in gaming. But then again, when you do request a little bit more power, expect a little bit less battery power back from it. So to me personally, if you are a content creator, I feel that the M3 Max is honestly good enough, especially for those who already have a MacBook. Even the M1 Max is more than likely capable enough for what you are looking for. Now, if you're looking for such a big upgrade in speed, of course you can go M4 Max, but then again, you will not see too much. It's still pretty much the same for the most part. What you can expect different is the different speeds in decoding and a slight difference in battery life. Now, I remember when I first used the M3 Max, I was nearly getting 5 hours of battery life when I was in Premiere Pro. Now with the M4 Max, I was getting more around the 4-hour range and maybe 4.5 to stretch it at the most out the M3 Max. Get the full 5 hours that I did. I would say get the MacBook 4 if you really need it and you don't have one, or if you are on an Intel MacBook Pro, that would make sense. But if you're not and you're on the M series MacBook Pro already, then I'd say just hold off, especially because there's no OLED. That was one of the things I was really looking forward to on a MacBook Pro. So fam guys, I hope you found this comparison very useful. If you did, please make sure you share it to all your friends and family that loves PC and tech. And also, if you're not part of the big wonderful fan band, make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for all the newest updates. Make sure you follow my X handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. Fam guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget about the free giveaway. Make sure that you are part of this because I am giving away a free $50 gift card. Make sure you just follow the steps in the description box down below in order for you to win. Hopefully you will be the lucky winner. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo, signing out.